I got 5 pieces of gold right here. A couple big gold rings there, 2 yellow gold pendants there, and a $3,000 gold ring. The ring. Jim found in the tot lot. The most beautiful ring ever, man. In my opinion, it's the most beautiful ring ever because it was pulled from a tot lot, right? There's other beautiful rings, but that one was a good find. And I am going to swing those 5 gold targets over all 3 of these machines, jacked all the way up, full gain. I'm in a pretty high EMI spot here, but I'll show you the difference between a simultaneous multi-frequency and a single frequency machine. And are you really going to use the multi-frequency all the time? Most likely not. If you're hunting in parks, you will know exactly what I'm talking about. This video is for the park hunters and the curb strippers and the school hunters, the tot lot hunters, the urban hunters, right? I'll try the Equinox first. Multi-frequency Park 1. Or I'll switch into different frequencies here. More different modes here. Actually, since I'm going for gold, might as well just full gain, right? My iron bias is at, doesn't matter my iron bias, it's just a tonal test anyway, or an EMI test. I'll go to Park Field 2, right? Field 2. Jacked all the way up, right? What I'll do is I'll noise cancel it. For all you noise cancelers, noise cancel right here. Did it do any good? No. I've never found a use for that noise cancel on the Equinox. Full gain, Park 1, or Field 2. Going for the gold, right? Multi-frequency. Going for the gold. Going for the deep gold. There's that big old ring. You got one chance to swing over targets. I've said that before. You got one chance to swing over target. You're not going like this. Over the whole area, right? Really, really tight. You're swinging. Normal swing speed, right? Multi-frequency. Here's another gold ring right here. Yeah, that one's coming through. Pretty good there. Is that $3,000 gold ring? Gold pendant. No. Jewelry is shallow, on the near the surface, right? A lot of jewelry I find is within 2 or 3 inches deep, right? Most of my jewelry, probably 80% of the jewelry that I find is within 4 inches deep, right? In the curbs, in the schools, and the parks. Especially the necklaces, right? It's not ideal to run your gain all the way up, but I want to go deep with this smaller coil. This is 6-inch coil, right? This is small coil, right? I'll go to Park mode here. Park 2. I'm going to go for the gold, right? I'll actually switch it in 50 tone right here, right? I'll noise cancel it here for all you noise cancelers. Park 2. There's a lot of power lines and a lot of transformers, a lot of EMI in parks, in a lot of parks that I go to, or around buildings. This is that $3,000 gold ring right there, right? You got one chance to swing over targets. You gonna be able to hit that full gain, trying to go 5, 6 inches deep? No. Here's another gold ring here. Yeah, I would hit on that one. Kind of iffy. There's a big honker gold ring. Right, 50 tones, man. Small little pendant. When you're in parks, you want to go for gold, right? Multi-frequency. I'll go with the Simplex next. Try the Simplex. We all know that the Simplex doesn't do very well in the EMI either, but this little coil is freaking deadly. Field mode. Gain is all the way up, right? Right? Another honking gold ring. Some more gold here. All right. Another gold ring right here. Right. Another gold pendant right there. Park one. Full gain. Right. This is a high EMI spot I'm in right now. Right. We'll turn the volume up. I will turn the volume up so you can hear it. Hear that EMI? That's what multi-frequency does for you. Right. Multi-frequency is going to give you high EMI, right? Park 2, full gain. Gold ring. $3,000 gold ring. Right. Gold pendant. Starting to get a lot of EMI right now. But see, it's really fine shatter, right? It's not a, it doesn't sound like a target tone, right? 3-tone machine. Big honking gold ring, right? Single frequency. Single frequency. Single frequency. If you want to step up from the Simplex to the Note the Legend, how is it going to be in this parks, right? There's not a lot of videos in really super high EMI spots like I encounter. You know, look at all these power lines around here, right? This is what parks are like in my area, right? Power lines everywhere, right? Underground cables, transformers everywhere for the sprinkler heads and whatnot, and the sprinkler valves, whatnot. I have almost 2,000 hours on the Deus, and I've never, ever, ever gotten shut down by EMI. I've gotten shut down many times with these two machines here. They're very powerful machines. And I can tell you that I've gotten probably 5 times as many gold rings and way more jewelry than both these machines put together, right? And I only have 2,000 hours on that. Between that, probably 3,500, 3,800 hours between those two machines there, right? And this coil here is amazing in the EMI. The HF coils can just, that language, that full tones gives you in the EMI is much easier to interpret than those two other machines there, because the Simplex is only a 3-tone machine, and with the Note the Legend it's going to be a 60-tone machine. So I think it's going to be very similar to the Equinox, the Note the Legend. We don't know, you know, it's newer technology, so the Legend is newer technology than the noise suppression on these two machines here. But this machine is 13 years old, and it runs at a single frequency machine, even though it is a multi-frequency machine. This coil here has 3 different bandwidths you can choose from, and you do have the frequency offsets, but I've always just changed my frequency band. I usually don't try to offset unless I'm next to another person running a Deus. I usually just offset the frequency and that usually works, you know, just one little notch off of their frequency that they're using. You know, that the Deus has really good EMI suppression technology built into it, and it's a lot older machine than this, and it runs at single frequencies. It's not a simultaneous multi-frequency operation. At least this machine is not. We'll have to see about the Deus 2 when it comes out, if it can get through my harsh EMI. So hot program, I'll just crank it all the way up. The stock hot program, 14 kilohertz. If I can see my screen there, it's getting so worn out, I might have to change my plastic on there, my protectant. Full gain, right? And this is bigger coil than those two coils there, right? So that little 6-inch coil really gets a lot of EMI. You really have to dial it back a lot, right? And it wasn't multi-frequency. If I did put it in single frequency, it would have done a lot better, right? But I just noticed that the multi-frequency on the Deus, that noise cancel really doesn't do much good. It just drifts, like within a second, it just drifts off, right? And you just end up getting EMI. The filters on it just are not very great. That's that $3,000 gold ring. All right. Another gold ring right here. Gold pendant. Another gold ring. Another pendant. Now I'll just stay at 99 gain, high gain, all cranked all the way up here, right? And I'll just go and change my frequency to 31 kilohertz, right? 31 kilohertz. Now watch how much different these targets sound because I changed my frequency. Nice and clean, crisp tones. And this is just a stock program, right? I don't have to adjust anything. Gold ring. This is that $3,000 gold ring. Reading up high like that, right? And I'm not trying to go deep in parks, right? This jewelry, these gold rings are not deep. So the higher frequencies perform very well on the lower conductive targets. And really you're not going for the deeper targets. You know, you're not going to be fooled by those deep nails if you have the gain cranked all the way up, right? Another pendant here. Right. This is actually pretty high EMI for my likings, but I do have it cranked up all the way. And the Deus, the full tones, it just gives you a little bit of chatter in the background, right? It's not like, right? Now I'll go to 54 kilohertz, excuse me, 54 kilohertz. Come on, get over there. Usually shuts the machine, just quiets it right down, right? And the jewelry and the lower conductive targets give me a really high tone. This is that $3,000 gold ring. Look how fast I can swing off, right? Another pendant right here was giving me a low tone in 14 kilohertz. Give me a mid-high tone, right? Really low conductor here, gold pendant, right? Give me a mid-tone, solid, right? Solid mid-tone. No matter how fast I swing over it, right? Those tones that the EMI are giving me are not giving me the same tones as the target tones that I'm going for, right? Another gold ring right here, honker. Here's that big gold ring. High tone, right? Now what I'll do, and I'm in the stock hot program here, and what I'll do is I'll go over to my deep full tones program and crank it all the way up. This is a deep program, right? Based on the deep program. Start out in 54 kilohertz, and I'll actually crank it all the way up, just like the other one. Come on, double button pushing on the Deus. Come on. $99 gain, 14 kilohertz. Look at that. This is a deep program, right? Listen to that EMI, right? Fast. gold pendant. Here's that $3,000 gold ring. 14 kilohertz. And 14 kilohertz will hit those coins really good too and deep, because that 14 kilohertz is a really good all-around program. You know, if you're not getting too much EMI, you should crank it up in 14 kilohertz. And I want to get the deeper coins, right? This is not EMI. That's not bad EMI, right? And this thing is cranked up all the way 9-inch coil, right? Now I'll go to 31 kilohertz. Right? Stock, 31 kilohertz, right? $3,000 gold ring. This is a deep program, right? This is a deep seeking program, right? Sure, that may get hard to really take in that high EMI, but I'm in a deep program here, right? Another pendant right here. All this stuff is gold right here. Look at that. Gold ring. Reading that pie. Now watch what happens when I put in 54 kilohertz. Shuts it right up. I'm at full gain. Deep program. I'm not going to change my reactivity speed. This is at 2.5 reactivity speed. Keep that in mind. This is a low or a medium speed of reactivity, recovery speed. There's that $3,000 gold ring. Here's that big honking gold ring. Small pendant, gold pendant. For a 13-year-old machine, it does pretty good in the EMI. You know, you see me smacking a lot of targets out in some really high EMI spots with the Deus, and it just seems to get through it. So does the Simplex. Even if you get high EMI, seems like all the EMI goes away if you have it jacked up like I like it. You know, I like going deep, and that EMI goes away when you swing over a good target. Equinox, it's really hard to take in that EMI. You know, you got to drop it down quite a bit. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe.